Hi yogis, today I've got a 40-minute yoga Pilates fusion class where we're going to target all of the muscles in our shoulder up to our neck, which sometimes get a little bit stiff in our 21st century lifestyles. So if that feels like something that you could do with today, then it should be a nice practice. If you want some music while you're moving, there's a Spotify playlist just on the screen below me. And at the end, leave me a like, share, subscribe, or even a comment because I love to read them. But if you're ready, roll out your mat and we'll get started. So yogis, welcome to your practice. Let's start it by finding a comfortable seat. How your comfortable seat looks might be different to mine. You can have your legs out long, you can have them out to the side, you can have your arms just behind your back for a bit of support if you need that today. If you've got a cushion handy, you can sit on that just to raise the hips, and you might find sitting in a cross-legged position a bit more comfortable. Certainly is for me, so I'm going to stick like this. And let's just start with some slow breathing. We're going to inhale for 4 seconds and then exhale for 6 seconds. We're going to extend the exhalation. This is known as Langhana in yoga, and it's a really nice way just to relax the muscles which we're going to be working on our shoulders and neck. So breathing into that space and just allowing our practice to start with some good quality breathing. So let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's carry on with this breath. Count yourself in your mind out loud or quietly, remembering that there's always room to change the timing. If you want to inhale for 3 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds, inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 7 seconds. It's your practice, it's your breath. So find a way that works comfortably and accessibly for you. But just as long as this exhale is a little bit longer than our inhale. And just tune into your breath. Allow that to be your anchor now. Allow it to ground you in your mat, in your practice. Allow it to bring you to this moment. Whatever thoughts might come up or will come up, it's inevitable. They always creep in. When you realize, use your breath. Bring it back to that anchor, that strong focus. Allow the thought to come and allow it to go. Create space. Let's continue like this for another minute or so. Let's find stillness together. So I'll be quiet for a while and just allow you to find that inner focus. Use your breath as a guide. Extend in your exhale so you can sink and arrive to your practice. And just take your last full round of breath, counting yourself in and then counting yourself out. Still sticking with deep breaths, but just letting go of the counting, letting go of the technique, observing what that brief moment of stillness has brought you. Has it brought you calm, more present, more aware, more relaxed? Find whatever words that come to you. Observe what you create. Nice, yogis. So you can start to blink open the eyes. Let's start with some movement. Let's warm up our spine with some gentle seated cat-cows. So inhale, push your chest forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, arch your back, hold onto the knees. Inhale, chest forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, arch. Inhale, forward. Exhale, arch. Back to center. Just start with some small circles from the bottom of your hips. Allow your spine to be like a skipping rope. And every time that you go around, this circle is going to get bigger and bigger until you're reaching right over your knees. Coming back, holding on to them. And then make the circles smaller and smaller and smaller. And let's go the other way. Small circles. Every rotation that you go around, it gets a bit bigger and bigger until you're really sweeping the floor with your chin, reaching back. And let's bring it in smaller and smaller, back to center. Place your left hand down at the side and just reach over, take a side bend on your inhale. On your exhale, take it over to the other side. Inhale through to your left. Exhale to your right. 2 more like this. And then back to center. Keep your arms lifted. Let's take a twist to our left side. So bring your right hand to your knee and your left hand just behind your back. Use the knee and the floor just to push in a little bit further into your twist. Like feel some pops, some crackles up and down your spine. Welcome them. All your bits working as they should. Inhale, lift through center, and then take it to the other side, over to your right. Let's see what pops on this side. Just looking over your back shoulder. And then inhale through center, arms still lifted. Cactus the arms, so draw your elbows down and squeeze the scapula together. So our first bit of activation and engagement for the muscles that we're going to be working on throughout this practice. Inhale up, hands to meet. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale up. Exhale, elbows down. Inhale up. And then just really reach with your arms as you bring your hands down to your side and just plant them down there. We're going to shrug our shoulders. I'll find a different way to say that. Inhale the shoulders to the ears, and then just let them drop. Use gravity to just bring them back down. Inhale, up, and exhale them. Let them drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale and drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale and drop. Let's take one more. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale and drop. So if you were sat on a cushion, just take that out to the side for now. And find a puppy dog pose. So first of all, finding your hips directly above your knees. Start from here and then just start to walk your hands out until it feels comfortable. Remember that you do have to get back out of this pose. It's not so bad going into it, but coming out of it is another story. I'm sure it'll be entertaining to watch. But find your puppy dog pose. So if you're feeling a nice lengthening down your back, the arms and the shoulders, in wherever you are, that's great. If you feel like you could get a bit more, you can spider crawl the hands out a little bit further. You might bring your chest and your chin down to the mat. I'm aware that I'm now talking into the mat, so it sounds like I'm in a box. I'm sorry. But I'm just gonna find my puppy dog pose here. And this is where I get stuck. So it might just be a 40-minute class of watching me trying to get out of this. So just be careful. Deep breaths in your puppy dog. I like to imagine your back is like a ski slope, so you need to make it nice and steep for the skis to come down, skiing all the way from your butt, down your back, down your shoulders, down your arms, out through your fingertips. So make sure you've got that steep slope in your back. And now, gently climb out of your puppy dog pose. Oh, that wasn't so bad. I've come out of it worse. And just sit onto your heels, just roll your shoulders here. So already feeling what you've done there in your puppy dog. Roll them the other way. And then plant your hands on the mat. Find tabletop. Few cat-cows here. Inhale, lift the gaze, drop the belly. Exhale. Chin to chest, arch the back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, arch. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And then just drop back, find a child's pose. Keep your knees hips width, don't take them too wide, otherwise you won't be able to perform the next movement very easily. Take a moment in child's pose. From our child's pose, from Balasana, we're going to come into a low cobra. So making a nice fluid movement with your breath. Inhale, lift out, kind of coming through tabletop, and then bring your upper torso into that space between your arms. Exhale, come back. Balasana. Inhale to low cobra. Let's do 3 more like this. Sinking with your breath. Inhaling as you go forward. Exhaling as you squeeze it out. Taking my last one. And then just exhale, bring it to tabletop. You're just going to come through downward dog to come up to standing. So start to lift the hips, lift the butt into the air. Draw your heels down towards the ground. Remember, the heels don't need to touch the ground, but you're moving them in that direction. Just start to walk your dog a little bit, waking up the legs. Breathing here, yogis. And then slowly step towards your hands. Inhale to a halfway. Exhale to a fold. And then draw your arms up. Big sun breath. Inhale up to Tadasana Samastiti. Beautiful. Take your stance a little bit wider now. A bit wider than your hips. Not super deep goddess that we're going to do, but just like a little mini goddess. But first of all, just checking our stance. So just make sure the center of gravity is directly underneath your pelvis. You've got that little bend in the knees just so you can feel strong. Push your hips forward, back, just, and then so you can find that central position. So you've got a nice neutral tilt in your hips. Stack your torso directly underneath and just feel strong in your goddess. So from here, we're going to draw the arms out, squeeze the scapula together, and then exhale, hug round. Inhale and squeeze, exhale, hug round. And let's move through this, really getting a nice squeeze, pinching them together. Two more. And then back to neutral. If you just want to take your goddess out a little bit, just give your legs a shake. And then come back into it. So again, find neutral tilt in your hips, in your pelvis. And then bring your arms out to your side. Now bring your hands in front of your chest. Just place them gently on top of each other. And then we're going to just move the upper torso only. It's a really small movement, but you'll soon be able to feel it. So we're going to just turn our body to the left, only the upper body. And once you've reached your limit, then open your arms, stretch, bring it in, turn it through to your right. Once you've reached the end, open up and close. And then sync this with your breath as well. So I like to inhale as I go through, then exhale to open. Inhale through, exhale. Let's do 3 more on each side. So you soon start to feel it, especially in the legs, but even in the shoulders. It's like a really peculiar movement for our body. So we're making sure that all of the joints that move our arms are getting looked after. Let's take the last one on your right side, open up, and then bring it in, stand out of your goddess, and just let your legs relax. Just take a full breath. So all around our shoulders, there's a huge group of muscles. There's so much going on to allow our arm to move like this, to allow our neck to move. So they're all working together to make sure that we've got that range and got that mobility. And in our sedentary, in our sitting down jobs, looking at phones and looking down with our neck, sometimes our muscles start to contract and squeeze together. And when that happens to one set of muscles, well, it's going to affect all the rest around it. So that's where we make sure we're going to tackle all of the muscles that are involved in the shoulder and the neck movement. So just come back into your goddess pose. And we're going to do, again, a strange movement. Something our body's not used to doing is having our hands behind our back. So imagine I put a wad of money in your back pocket. I'm going to turn around just so you can see it to set up. And we've tied your elbows up. So you've come into that shrugged shoulder position that we had at the beginning of the practice. And now you need to reach into your back pocket to get that money. And one hand at a time, just reach and squeeze. Reach. If you're lucky, you might find something in your back pocket. Who knows what's in there? I don't have any pockets, so I'm not going to find much. I'm going to turn around because it probably looks a bit strange from the back. Not that it looks any better from the front. But soon again, this small movement, you'll start to feel it as you're reaching into the back pockets. All your muscles are working to allow this to happen. If I come a little bit closer to the camera, I know you didn't ask for a close-up of my armpit, but you're getting one. So if you see this movement, you can see here the deltoids are working together, the traps are engaged, the serratus anterior, the rhomboids. There's a lot going on here just to be able to get this movement and this range. So just take a few more. I'm out of breath. And then, nice yogis. Just lift out of it. Give your shoulders a little roll either direction. So as you can see, those small movements have a lot of effect. So now I want you to look like Iron Man. Draw your arms down. If you've never seen Iron Man, that reference is lost on you. But your arms are like power-up modes. So you're going to force it down into the ground and then drop your neck and just turn it slowly, your right ear to your right shoulder. And then gently roll it to the other side. So with your arms forced down in this position, again, your traps are engaged. So you just get quite a deep stretch in the neck. You probably feel it a little bit more intensely than you would if your arms weren't in this engaged position. So just rolling it gently to either side. Last one on either side. And then just relax the arms, relax the shoulders. Take another little shoulder roll on either side. So now we're going to do some seal claps, as they are as ridiculous as they sound. So we're going to draw our arms up. I'm not sure if the camera might cut it off, because where my arms are up in the air, but we're going to take our arms up first, but when we're up, our palms are going to face away from each other. So our fingernails are going to be facing it. So it will look like that when it goes up. So just inhale your arms up, turn your palms away from each other, and just very gently start to pulse. Imagine you're a crowd of seals clapping whatever a seal would clap for. I don't know, a bag of fish. So just clap, do your stadium seal claps. Never heard them called that before. That was me, I named it. Stadium seal claps. You heard it here first. And let's do a few more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Just let your arms relax. So again, it's another one that you can feel. A lot going on to be able to do that. We're not finished with our seal claps. Now we're going to do some theatre seal claps. So we're not throwing our hands in the air. We're in nice civilized theatre. So just draw your arms in, palms together, and start to clap here like a little seal. Seal sounds are optional. Arf, arf, arf. I wish I'd never done that. There's a lot of things I regret when I open my mouth. That was one of them. But throw in your own seal sounds, should you wish to, and just feel that engagement. I'm going to turn around. So see what's happening. You might see my muscles just here engaging. So although the movement you think is coming from the arms, from the hands, it's actually coming right back from there. So let's count to 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your muscles relax. Little shoulder rolls, either side. Nice. So now just drop your neck over to the left side. Bring your left hand just to reach your head. Don't put too much weight or pressure on it, but just use a bit of gravity just to feel that nice deepening and stretch here. So we're not yanking our neck, but assisting it just to get past that little range that we can't quite reach without some help. Slowly, yogis, inhale. Let your head come back to center and then take it over to your right side. Arm to support your head, and then just a gentle, very gentle little drag, using some gravity just to get that reach. Nice. Let your head come back to center. So let's come down to our mat now, but this is a yoga Pilates fusion, so we don't just fall down to our mat, we make sure it's nice and flowy. So take an inhale, dip down, reach up. Exhale, bow down, forward fold. Inhale halfway. And then exhale, plant your hands. Find a tabletop first. So there's some options here. We're going to do some forearm plank rocks. But you can stay in tabletop and take your forearm plank rocks from here and just play with the weight. The further out you take your knees, the more you're going to feel it in the shoulders. Another option, and it will be a little bit more of a core workout, is to step onto your toes and rock from here. So find your version, set up to it. We're going to do 3 sets for about 10 seconds each of these rocks. So you can switch between the two on your knees or the forearm plank. So just set up and let's go. Just rocking back and forth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just drop your knees if you're in plank. And just take a moment. And then let's set back up for another 10 seconds. Start rocking. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just come out of it. Let go of any tension, any fire, especially if you're working out your core today. And on your next exhale, set back up. And let's rock. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, yogis. Drop your knees. Just come out of it. A little shoulder roll. So there we played with a bit of weight and a bit of strength in our triceps and shoulders. So coming into a similar position now, but we're going to take a nice passive stretch. So again, you can choose to have tabletop here, and you're just going to bring both elbows in front of each other. It doesn't matter which one at first, because we're only going to switch them round. And just take this stretch. The other option is to lie down into it. Sorry if my microphone's getting a bit fumbled around in between my arms, but just exhale deeply into the stretch and observe which shoulder that you feel it on, because when we soon swap our arms, we'll feel it on the other side. If you want to, you can start to spider crawl the arms out. I'm just going to take my microphone off because it might sound terrible. Oops. Pop it there. Crawl the hands out to the side and you'll feel that even deeper in the shoulder. Take 3 more breaths here. but it's a really nice one. And if you do feel any tension at the end of your day, if you have been sat down at a desk, this is a really nice one just to do, like climb in bed and just kind of lay on your arms. So it's just allowing your body weight to kind of feel the stretch. Just take your last breath here. And then very slowly, again, this is another one that's a bit tough to come out of it. Swap your elbows round, so the other arm will be in front now. Find a comfortable spot first, and then once you feel that you've got there, you can then decide if you want to crawl the hands out a little bit more out to the side. And observe now which shoulder that you feel that stretch in. So hopefully it should be the other one. You'll still feel it in both, but one of them will be a little bit more intense than the other. So that's where we're going to breathe into. Send our breath there. Imagine you're sending all of the nourishment to that shoulder, to both shoulders. Three more breaths here, yogis. And then slowly come out of it and just allow your head to come down to the mat. Allow your arms to be out to the side. And just let that stretch and muscles just return to their normal state after they've had their stretch. So now, just set your arms out to a side. So set, however you want to visualize it, like a telephone pole or a cactus. Your elbows are going to be out to the side, your fingers facing forward. And we're just going to lift our shoulders and then bring them down. Lift our shoulders and bring them down. You can introduce a bit of upper body as well. So lift the chest up slightly and come down. 3 more like this. And that's it, yogis. Take your gaze now to the other side and let your hands come out to the side of the mat. And just rest here for a moment. You're going to do 2 more sets like this. So let's set up again. Elbows out to the side in your cactus position. And then get some height, lift, come down. If it helps to sync your breath to these movements, you can do so. I recommend on the exhale lifting. Just allows you to get that strength to lift and then squeezes the air out to allow a bit more height. Three more. And then relax. Take your neck now out to the other side and hands just by the side of your body. Rest here for a moment. And let's take our last round. So, elbows out. When you're ready, take an inhale. And exhale, lift. Three more. and lie down. Just take a moment here before we turn back around. So again, we're not really moving far. Our body's not doing, or we don't think we're doing much, but it's tough. You can feel it. Takes a lot of upper back strength to get that lift. So we've kind of been moving around all the important parts, all the tendons, ligaments around our shoulders to get that range and mobility and to give them the care that we came for today. So just gently lift out, peel yourself off the mat, and I just better put my microphone on. There's a magnet in here somewhere. I hope there is. God knows where it's gone. Oh, it's stuck against my skin. So, sorry. I just noticed recently that I'd watched a video and someone had the exact same microphone as me, but it was just hovering on their chest and I had no idea how, because I used to clip it to the side. And then suddenly I found a magnet, so you just put it underneath the t-shirt and it clips on like that. Who would have thought? Physics. I just thought she had some magic microphone that was stuck to her top. Anyway, what the hell am I talking about? So, just pop your feet on the mat, allow your knees just to be upwards, and we're just going to grab behind the thighs, clasp your hands, and then just open our shoulders. Get a little counter pose from those lifts that we've been doing. And then inhale, just lift your arms behind your back, reach through there. Exhale, squeeze out, clasp the hands, roll back a bit. Inhale and squeeze. Exhale, last one here. Opening the shoulders. Lovely. So let's lie down on our mat. So just melt very slowly down through your elbows into the mat. Bring your knees with you into your chest. If it feels comfortable, if you've got a bit more energy in your left, you can bring your forehead up to your knees. Hopefully your shoulders and neck feel nice and loose now. Just do a little rock from side to side. Squeeze yourself into a bowl. Get smaller and smaller. Squeeze, contract. Inhale. And then exhale. Melt even deeper into your mat. Arms out to the side. Feet a little bit wider than the hips. Tuck the shoulder blades together. Allow them now to get a nice restorative rest in Shavasana. Gaze directly upwards and close the eyes if it feels safe or comfortable to do so. So now allowing our body to really relax and find your final resting pose that you've worked hard for. And you decide how long you need here. Recommend a few minutes, 3, 5, 10 minutes, 3 hours, however long it's calling you today. Hit pause and just take those extra few special minutes. Enjoy this stillness, yogis. If you're ready, a bit of gentle movement in the toes and fingertips. Gently taking your neck now from side to side. And then slowly tucking the feet towards your hips, knees stacked, and just knock your body over to one side. Whichever side feels the most natural. And pause here for another moment of stillness before we close our practice. Taking a moment here to be grateful for your health, for being able to move your body like this, to look after it and care for it. Take a moment to be grateful for your safety, for your freedom, and then find something else, something that only you are grateful for. Whatever it is, feel it all around your body. Feel the warmth of it embrace you, the love, the gratitude, feel it. And out loud, or in your mind, just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then slowly, yogis, just peel yourself off the mat and just come into a seated position, back to cross-legged. If you started your practice there, we'll finish it off here. Once you're up, just bringing your hands into a prayer position, Anjali Mudra, bringing them to your heart. And let's close our practice together. Bringing your hands up to your forehead to go forward from here with kind and loving thoughts. Bring your hands to your mouth to go forward from here with kind and loving words. And bring your hands back to your heart to go forward from here with kind and loving actions. Gently opening the eyes if they've been closed. Giving me a big smile. And thank you for practicing with me today, yogis. I'll see you very soon. Bye.